does our show prep for us.
I'm all about the YouTubes nowadays.
It says you would probably like this based upon your past history, and so now we don't even have to do show prep anymore at all. I mean, what little bit we were doing is now accomplished by YouTube's suggestions.
I did do some show prep for the buzzword, but it was mostly because I wanted to make a video out of it.
Wait, what do you
So
mean?
I'm making a YouTube video right now. I'm
You're
recording
kidding.
at this very minute so that when I talk about the buzzword, I can make a video.
So wait, the YouTube viewer can't hear me right now.
Yeah,
They're
they
just-
can. I'm cranking your audio into the video. You're going to be famous on YouTube.
That's going to be fantastic.
Oh, yeah.
The best way for me to be famous on YouTube is to not be seen and only be heard.
Some people have commented that that's also true for me. So you ready for this awesome buzzword?
Yeah, go.
My brother, Thomas, asked, by the way, hey, what do the Lutherans teach about election? Which is great. You know when your brother asks a question like that.
Is this the brother that lost the election for the school board?
Yeah, alas, in the recount. It's all right. It freed him up to spend more time, give him more time making his distillery. So I was reading the Formula of Concord. Remember that formula? The
do.
Formula of Concord?
My favorite of the formulas.
And that's at 1517, and they're talking about all the different Lutheran debates about how the Lutherans are disagreeing about anything. But then they take up a 11th question on election. And they talk about, they say, even though we're not fighting about this, we can tell that we're gonna someday. We could tell the fight's coming. We could smell it in the air. We can smell the rain. So we're going to lay.
True?
Huh?
Is that true? It wasn't an actual controversy?
Yeah. I'll read it to you. They said, although among the theologians of the Augsburg Confession there has not yet occurred any public dissension concerning eternal election for the children of God. So they hadn't started fighting about it yet, but they could tell that this was something that was going to come because of this various different doctrines on election. Now, here's the point. At some point I gotta make a video just about the doctrine of election, but I was reading there this morning, and in paragraph 6, they're making the distinction between foreknowledge and election. Did I tell you my buzzword is foreknowledge?
Oh, that's good to know.
So the foreknowledge of God and the election of God, and there's this 2-sentence paragraph that is pure theological gold that I would like to read to you.
Yeah.
It says this: the foreknowledge of God, presentia, that foreknowledge in, what's presentia? Is that Latin? Sentia. Yeah, it's got to be Latin. Foresees and foreknows also that which is evil, however, not in such a manner as though it were God's gracious will that it should happen, but that all the perverse, wicked will of the devil and of men, wills and desires to undertake and do, God sees and knows before. And his presentia, that is, foreknowledge, observes its order. Okay, so first of all, let me stop there. Sentence hasn't ended, but let me just make this point. They're saying God's foreknowledge is not a cause of these things. The cause of evil is the will of the devil and the will of sinful men. It's going to also say in the next paragraph that God is not the helper of evil. But then it's going to give 3 or 6, depending on how you want to count it, 3 reasons that God knows everything and that's helpful to us. Okay? So that God's foreknowledge helps to limit evil, helps to oppose evil, and also use evil. So that this problem of God and evil is here in foreknowledge, and so God is going to limit evil in its scope and its time. God is going to oppose evil, and that He's going to hinder the evildoer and also punish the evildoer. And then God is going to use evil for 2 reasons: to give glory to His name and to work our salvation. So all of that, how God and God's foreknowledge interacts with evil, is compacted into this sentence. It goes like this. God's foreknowledge observes its order also in wicked acts or works, inasmuch as the limit and measure is fixed by God to the evil which God does not will, how far it should go and how long it should last, when and how He will hinder and punish it. For all of this, God the Lord so overrules that it must redound to the glory of the divine name and to the salvation of His elect. And the godless, on that account, must be put to confusion. That which is the quote, He will put them into utter confusion. So that this is just absolutely beautiful stuff. How God takes evil, He limits evil, He hinders evil, He opposes evil, and He uses evil for his own good, and that's all under the idea of the foreknowledge of God. How about that for a
Yeah.
beautiful paragraph?
Very good. All right. Well, I got a buzzword for you.
All right.